Hi, my name's Kirsten. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Velvet Drifters, and a little while back I put up on my Instagram saying that I was going to film a Q&A so you guys could have at least a little bit of background information more on who I am and everything that I stand for. You guys asked a lot of really great questions, and I can't wait to answer them. I have them all pulled up on my phone, so let's just get into it. How old are you and where do you live? I'm 19 and I live in New York. I went to school in New York City for a year, but now I'm just home in upstate New York hanging out for the next semester, but I'm hoping I'll be moving back to the city at some point, hopefully next fall. Favorite movie and book? My favorite books are definitely The Four Agreements and The Alchemist. I'm always telling people to read those, or I'm gifting them to my friends. The Four Agreements is a really good book on just really simple facts of life and four agreements to follow and abide by to live your happiest life. And they sound so simple on paper, but they're those types of things that if you always keep those close to your heart will definitely help bring you peace of mind and peace of heart. So I think that's a really powerful book to read for anyone at any point in their life. And then I give The Alchemist a lot of the times, or I'll reread it when I'm kind of going through like a transitory moment and I'm feeling kind of unsure of where my path is taking me. That book can definitely help you feel a little bit more grounded and at peace and at ease with everything going on, even during really uncertain times. And then for movies, I don't really watch a ton of movies, but I binge watched in like 3 days Transparent on Amazon Prime, which was so good. I just finished Mad Men not too long ago on Netflix, so I usually like binge watching series a little bit more than movies. Favorite memory from your childhood? When I was little, my mom and I would every once in a while have just her and I like movie days and game nights where we would like make these huge piles of nachos, put on something fun on the TV, and then just like sit and play board games. And that was a really special time for me, just like to be able to hang out with her and really just like have that one-on-one time with her was something that was really special to me. Do you have any hobbies? Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. Like I can play half a song on a ukulele, and I have like 15 unfinished crochet projects, and I'm reading a ton of books that I'm like 10 pages into. So I start a lot of things. I don't necessarily finish them all, but I don't know. I think it's fun to kind of just like pick up a new hobby or try something new. And if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it. But it's kind of just fun to mess around and try new things. What songs or albums do you love? I really like the Tame Impalas. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Jim Croce, which is just super random, but I listen to his like top hits album on Spotify, which I really like. And I also, every month for the Velvet Drifters, we put together a new playlist. I put up on Instagram around like the first dish of every month, asking you guys to leave your comments and suggestions for music down below, and then I put that all into one big playlist, which always ends up being super cool, and that's also a pretty good standard go-to for me. And my username on SoundCloud is just Kirsten DiCaprio, so there's the December edition and the January edition up, so I would definitely go check those out if you're looking for some good music. How do you still find peace in tough times? I think letting yourself feel your emotions is really important, and that if you're sad or upset or angry, you're feeling those emotions probably for a reason, and you need to let yourself sit in those for a few moments. I mean, not necessarily like dwell on it and get super caught up and let yourself fall into this cycle of anger or hurt or upset, but acknowledging that you are sad and that that's okay and that that's fine and that's valid And then after acknowledging that, starting to look at the reasons why you're feeling that way is definitely a really good first step, versus if you're upset and then you tell yourself, oh no, I'm so stupid, why would I be upset about that? You never really get a chance to think through and understand your emotions, versus if you just acknowledge them and let yourself be in that for a minute, it can definitely help you get to the root of why you're feeling that way faster and be a lot less painful in the long run if you acknowledge yourself. What is your purpose? That's a really good question. I guess I'll figure it out eventually, but right now I feel like my calling is to share things that need to be heard, whether they're comfortable or easy to talk about or not. And that's definitely something I'm trying to do through the Velvet Drifters, is just share in a supportive environment, creativity, and empowering people to educate themselves and learn about things and make themselves aware of things that maybe they weren't before, and sharing powerful stories, whether they're my own or other people's, and other people's art, and giving people a creative space where they can go, and whether they share their works or just go to read other people's, I think having that safe space where they can feel like it's fine to pursue something that maybe isn't like the standard norm of what you're expected to, and shedding light and awareness on those things is pretty important to me and something I would definitely like to do. Do you recommend any cameras for photography? No, I don't really take that many pictures, which is so bad. I have a really nice camera. I have the Canon Rebel, some version of it, and I never really use it, which is so awful. And I have like a Polaroid, and I have like a bunch of disposable cameras laying around my room, but I'm just so bad at taking pictures. So that's definitely something I've been trying to work on, because I like having them to look back on, but I just get so caught up a lot of times in the moment that I forget to like take out the camera and just snap a shot, even if it's just on my iPhone. What music do you turn on when you're feeling down? I'm not really one that's super big into sad songs, but I'll just listen to some more like mellow stuff. Alt J, I really like listening to, or Jack Garrett, Chet Faker. I usually just put on softer music, but I'm not super big into like pulling up like the sad playlist of songs that make me cry when I'm sad and just like I don't know, that doesn't feel good to me. But I mean, I do like listening to sad songs, but just not necessarily like when I'm already sad, because it just feels kind of like self-torture. What star sign are you, and do you believe in the zodiac? I am a Cancer, and I wouldn't necessarily say I believe in it or buy into it, but I do think it's interesting and it's fun to learn about. But I don't necessarily like check my horoscope every day and let that dictate my day or my week. Where do you find inspiration to write? I always try and have something that I can write with on me, so that if I do get inspired, because I guess I kind of get inspired wherever I am and in that moment, and I think it's really important to just, if you have a thought, write it down. Like, I'll be driving and I'll be like telling Siri, like, write this down in my notes before I forget it, just so I have something somewhere. I have bits and pieces of random sentences or words or phrases that I like, that I kind of will draw inspiration from. Something I really miss about this city is I used to go to coffee shops all the time, always different ones, and sit at the window seat so you could sit out facing the people walking by. And I thought that was a really good place to just like sit and get work done and focus. And then the last question is, how tall are you? And I am 5, 6, 5, 7, average height. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble a little bit. This is kind of probably the type of content that'll go up on this channel, just really casual, rambly videos. So if you like to hear the sound of my own voice, give this channel a follow, or don't, it's up to you. And then I have a little bit more planned and creative videos planned for the Velvet Drifters channel itself. So if you want to check that out or give that a follow, so you will be the first to know when those videos start going up. Definitely in 2017, I want to start incorporating a little bit more film into the site. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you didn't, then sorry. And have a good day, guys. Can't exit.